Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss about the chemistry part. In my previous video I have explained the important topics of physics, and today I am going to discuss about chemistry from chapter 1, that is chemical reactions. From page number 185, just remember one or two examples of chemical changes. From page number 186, activity 1.1, just go through reaction between potassium iodide and lead nitrate and the how color change takes place. From activity 1.2, just remember the conclusion part. From activity 1.3, go through this observation and conclusion. Just go through, no need to memorize this part. This is very important, characteristics of a chemical reaction, remember these points. And from the last part, remember the definition of chemical reaction. From page number 190, go through this definition, balanced chemical equation, and how to balance an equation. Here some examples are given. These examples you should go through. Just remember the process, because in the exam they are going to give you a skeletal equation and you have to balance it. From page number 193, try to balance this equation, because often question is to come from this part. From page number 194, go through activity 1.4. Just remember the observations and the conclusions. From page number 195, remember the definition of chemical composition reaction and remember two examples. From page number 196, just remember two examples and the definition. From page number 197, go through this point, respiration in living beings. Sometime question may come, respiration is an exothermic process, explain. Then you have to write this paragraph along with this equation. Then you remember the definition of chemical decomposition reaction. From page number 198, this type of question may come based on activity 1.5. when it is given that hydrated ferrous sulfate is provided to you and you are heating it, then what are the products you are going to get and what will be the color of the products. So this equation is important along with the color of the products. This definition is important, definition of decomposition reaction, and from this activity just remember the color after the reaction. From page number 199 also this question may come, lead nitrate is given, you are heating it, what are the products from and what is the color of the products. From more examples of thermal decomposition, just remember one example. From page number 200, remember definition of endothermic reaction, remember one example. From page number 201, remember the definition of photodecomposition reaction, and from this activity, this reaction you have to remember along with the color. From page number 202, just go through this paragraph. Do you know that in case of photographic films, silver chloride or silver bromide or silver iodide, these are used. So question may come based on this. Then go through electrodecomposition reaction. This activity just go through, but remember observations. Then this reaction you remember, this reaction you remember. Next you remember the definition of displacement reaction. This definition is important. From page number 204, remember this sequence. This is the most active metal, this is the least active metal. Here it is given, potassium is the most active and gold is the least active. From this page just go through the activity, but remember observations. From page number 206, remember this reaction between dilute sulfuric acid and zinc, and here some reactions are given. This reaction is given based on the activity, and just remember one or two. Here you have to remember that no chemical reaction takes place when silver metal is placed in copper nitrate. It is because silver is less active. This type of question also may come. Then you remember the definition of chemical double displacement reaction. And from this page you have to remember precipitation reaction. Remember this example. And neutralization reaction. Remember this example. From this type of paragraph also sometime question may come. Condition for acidity. Next part that is important is oxidation and reduction. Definition may come. From this paragraph, question may come, what are oxidizing agents with their examples. Definition of reduction, reducing agent, their examples. Just go through this activity and remember this reaction, and this is very important, which is called redox reaction or oxidation reduction reaction. This type of question will come and you will be asked which one is oxidized, which chemical is reduced. Suppose for this activity it is given here, so this type of question may come. You can just go through one example also. From page number 212, remember what is corrosion of metals and just go through 3 points. Here rusting is important. What is rust and rusting? From page number 214, remember conditions necessary for rusting and prevention. Here also 3 points will do. The next page, that is page number 215, how galvanized iron is protected from rust. This is important. What is rancidity? What are antioxidants? And why chips packets are filled with nitrogen gas? So these are the important topics that you should go through from chapter 1. From chapter 2, that is acids, bases and salts. From page number 221, just go through the definition of base and alkali. Go through this paragraph. Here some examples of natural indicators are given. From page number 222, try to remember the color of different type of indicators in acids and bases. From this page, remember the definition of olfactory indicator. From page number 224, go through the activity 2.2.2. Just go through this one and remember this point. From the next page, remember 2 examples. These 2 paragraphs are very important. Go through these 2 paragraphs because short question may come. And in the chemistry, it is often seen that they give some question based on activities. So mainly in the chemistry section, go through all the activities. Just go through and remember the observations and conclusions. From page number 226, go through activity 2.4 and remember these 2 points. Here, just remember 1 or 2 reactions. This is important. Here the definition of complex salt is given. Go through activity 2.5 and remember reaction in test tube A and reaction in test tube B. From here also question used to come. And this is also important, how metal carbonates react with acids. This one you have to remember and along with this example. From page number 229, go through this activity and remember this reaction along with the colors. From page number 230, remember definition of neutralization reaction. Remember 1 or 2 reactions. From page number 231, remember metal oxides react with acid, 2 from metal, salt and water. Remember this reaction. Page number 232, remember this point, this bold line 1 and these 2 points. From page number 235, just remember these 2 lines, last 2 lines. From page number 236, go through these bold lines, go through this activity 0.9 and remember these 2 points, conclusions. In this page also go through definition of ionization, hydronium ion along with this reaction. From page number 238, go through the definition of acid, alkali and base. From page number 239, go through these 2 paragraphs that we should always add acid to water and not water to acid. Here, what is dilution, dilute acid, and remember this example. From page number 240, go through the definition of pH. Remember these 4 points along with these 2 figures. From page number 241, go through these definitions. Strong acid, remember 2 examples. Weak acid, here also 2 examples. Strong alkali, weak alkali, and in all the cases remember at least 2 examples. From page number 242, remember the name of the organic acid present in different natural sources and importance of pH in everyday life. Remember at least 3 points. From page number 244, just remember the acid present in nettle plant and the base present in dog plant. From page number 246, remember the definition of salt, anyone will do. From here, family of salts, remember 1 and 2 examples. From page number 248, try to remember the pH of different type of solutions and acids. From here, definition of this normal salt, acid salt, basic salt along with one example. Here it is given neutral salt. This one also you should remember these 2 lines. From this page, go through the definition of bleaching powder, its chemical formula, how it is prepared, 2 properties and 2 uses. From this section, remember the formula of baking soda, what are the raw materials required for its manufacture. Preparation of baking soda, this may come as broad question, it may be a 5-mark question. In that case, you should draw this figure also. From here, just remember 2 uses of baking soda. From washing soda, remember the formula of it, go through its preparation and 2 uses. Water of crystallization, remember the definition and 2 examples. This activity also, just go through and remember these 3 points. From plaster of Paris, remember the formula. The next page, its preparation is given, so preparation also you should go through, properties and 2 uses. And from page number 256, just go through the summary of the chapter. From chapter 3, that is metals, non-metals and metallurgy, just go through these 2 pages, page number 258 and 259, but try to remember the comparative physical properties of metals and non-metals. This table is very important. This one both very important. These exceptional cases, short question often used to come, and from these points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From page number 263, go through these two, the formation of sodium chloride. If geometric diagram comes, then you have to draw this one, and if dot diagram comes, then you have to draw this one. So these three, ionic equation, dot diagram, geometric diagram, these three are important. Same for magnesium chloride also, these three are important. From page number 266, remember the properties of ionic compounds. Here 5 points are given. All the points are important. So go through these 5 points along with this paragraph. From this paragraph also short question may come. From page number 269, remember these two lines. And from here, remember reaction of potassium with oxygen and sodium with oxygen. From page number 270, remember reaction of iron with oxygen. Then go through this definition of basic oxides. Remember one or two examples. Definition of amphoteric oxides and its examples. And these points are also very important, like why sodium metal is kept inside kerosene oil. These answers are given here. From this part, just remember the definition of anodizing and this paragraph. From page number 272, remember reaction of water and potassium, water and sodium. From this part, water and iron and water and copper. From page number 274, remember these 2 points. These points are very important. Definition of aqua regia, what are mineral acids, why nitric acid does not liberate hydrogen gas. These questions are important. And from here, just remember A and B. From page number 275, remember this activity series and why hydrogen is kept in the activity series of metals. This answer is given in this paragraph. From next page, just go through these 3 points. Just go through. From this section, it is just like displacement reaction. So remember this reaction, and from the next page, remember this reaction. From page number 282 to 89, remember these definitions. These are very important. Definition of mineral, ore, metallurgy, gangue. And from this figure, try to remember the different type of techniques which are applied for extraction of metals. This is also given here. This table is important. From the concentration of ore, remember the definition. Different techniques are there for concentration of ore. One is electromagnetic separation, gravity process, and flotation. All these 3 are important. Especially this one is very important. From page number 286, remember extraction of mercury. If this question comes, you have to write these 2 reactions also. Extraction of copper, write these 3 lines along with these 2 reactions. Remember the definition of calcination, objectives achieved during calcination. Same for roasting, 1 or 2 examples and their differences. Here, definition of reduction, this is also important. Page number 288, reduction by coke or carbon monoxide, remember 1 or 2 reactions. Reduction of highly active metals by aluminium, here remember 1. This thermite reaction is very important, reaction is given here. Now extraction of the metals which are very active, remember extraction of sodium from molten fused sodium chloride, the whole thing you have to write. This paragraph is also important, why aqueous solution is not used. Next, extraction of aluminium, another important question. Here also you have to write the reaction in cathode, anode. This figure, this paragraph is also important because here it is given why cryolite is used during the process. Then definition of electrorefining. If question is that explain electrorefining, you have to write these 3 points. And if it is asked electrorefining of impure copper, then this full answer along with the figure is to be given. From next page, page number 292, definition of alloys. Why are alloys made? Here you have to remember 2 or 3 properties. From this paragraph, alloying of gold. What do you mean by 24 karat gold? It may come. From here, sometimes they should give the composition of the different alloys. So just remember the composition. No need to remember the percentage. Just remember the composition of, suppose stainless steel, remember this 4, brass 4. In this way, up to this much, all these are important. And finally, go through the summary of the chapter. From chapter 4, that is classification of elements, first go through why classification of elements necessary, these 3 points. From here, what is a triad? In the next page, Daubigner's law of triad, remember 1 example, then why it is rejected. Next, go through the law of octaves, which is also known as law of Newland. Next, you have to go through achievements and why it is rejected. From page number 303, go through what is periodic table, then what is a period, what is a group, then on what basis Mendeleev prepared this table, remember these 2 lines. The next page, Mendeleev's periodic law, description of this table, just go through this. This question also may come, the elements predicted by Mendeleev, and merits of this table, just remember 3. From page number 306, where how mostly developed Mendeleev's table, just go through this line. Just go through this line that he changed from atomic mass to atomic number, and go through these 4 or 5 points. In page number 308, some defects of Mendeleev's periodic table are given, so remember 3 or 4. From page number 309, go through modern periodic law. From page number 311, this is very important, characteristics of the long form of periodic table. This example is also important. Page number 313 is very important for short question. Here normal elements are given, inert gases are given, transition elements are given, metalloids are given. Go through this page properly. Page number 314, just go through this paragraph, position of hydrogen in the periodic table. From page number 315, go through this example, sample problem number 2. In page number 316, characteristics of periods in long form of periodic table. Here these points are given. In page number 317, go through this bold line and this line. From valency of elements, go through this line. In the next page, size of atoms, go through these 2 lines. In the next page, why there is a decrease in atomic volume, this paragraph is important. Here these 2 bold lines you have to go through. Here reactivity of elements. In the next page, these things are not so important. Here just go through these 2 lines along with this table. Now characteristics of group in long form of periodic table, go through this point. Next, position of hydrogen in group 1. In the next page, valency of elements, just these 2 lines will do. Size of atoms, here also just bold line will do. This paragraph is important. Go through metallic character. Here these 2 lines. From next page, that is page number 325, chemical reactivity, go through point number A and point number B. From page number 326, go through these 2 points A and B. From page number 327, you can go through merits of the long form of periodic table. Here 3 points are required, and here defects of long form of periodic table. These 3 points are important. So these are the important topics from chapter 4. From chapter 5, that is carbon and its compound, go through what are organogens. The next page, that is page number 340, occurrence. Just remember 1 or 2 examples from free state, combined state, solid state, liquid state, gaseous state. No need to remember everything, just remember 1 or 2 examples from each. From page number 341, go through these 2 points. Why carbon cannot lose 4 electrons or gain 4 electrons. From page number 342, go through this table. Then here some definitions are given. Covalent bond, single covalent bond, these definitions are important. Here formation of hydrogen molecule. If this one comes, you have to draw this figure and this figure. Sometimes they may ask structural diagram, then this figure is required. Similarly, just remember 2,3 chlorine molecule is given. Here also these 2 figures important. Then you can go through nitrogen. Then you can go through HCl, go through water and methane. Rest of the figures you can just go through. These are not so important. Next, go to page number 349, where properties of covalent compounds are given. So they are point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all are important. Differences between covalent and ionic compound, this is also important. From allotropes of carbon, remember crystalline form and the amorphous form. Remember 1 or 2 examples. Here, structure of diamond is important. Physical properties, go through 2 or 3. The next is graphite. Here also structure of graphite go through. Remember 1 or 2 properties of graphite. Fullerences, first line. What is Buckminster fullerene? These 2 lines. And who discovered it? Point number 1. From page number 355, go through these 2 points. The versatile nature of the element carbon. This is catenation and this point is tetravalency. Even these 2 lines are also important. In page number 356, remember this paragraph, the German chemist Friedrich Wöhler, he succeeded in synthesizing urea, an organic compound, in the laboratory. The definition of organic chemistry, organic compound. Saturated, just definition you go through. Here definition is given along with the characteristics. The next page, unsaturated compound, this definition is important along with the characteristics. Hydrocarbon, and what is the simplest hydrocarbon, that one you require. Simplest hydrocarbon is methane. So go through this table. Then from the next page, just remember the examples: structural formula of butane and its branches, name of N-butane, isobutane. These are the isomers of butane. Here isomer, these two definitions important. Here it is given isomers of pentane. So these structures are very important along with the names. Here some examples are there. Just go through the names and the structure. Ring chain, go through this definition and remember one from saturated, one from unsaturated. Then IUPAC full form is important. Parameters just go through. Next, alkane. What are alkanes? Why they are called paraffins? Its general formula is given here. This one also you should remember. In the next page, page number 365, it is given what is methylene group, its formula. Homologous series, very important. What is homologous series? In the next page, some characteristics are given. This is also very important. Naming of alkene, just remember definition of alkane, its general formula. These two are important. From page number 368, definition of alkyne, its general formula. What are alkyl radical? In the next page, it is given the characteristics of alkyl. This is important along with the general formula. The next page, that is page number 372, some examples are given, sample question. This one you should go through. Next page, page number 373, go through the definition of functional group. The next part, this table is given. This table is very important. Every year, 1 or 2 questions used to come based on this table. Next, what are alcohols? Their IUPAC system name and its general formula. Aldehyde, same thing. What are aldehydes? Its general formula and its name in IUPAC system. Page number 377, ketones. What are ketones? General formula along with their IUPAC name. Next part is carboxylic acid. What are carboxylic acids? Its IUPAC naming. And in the next page, formula is given. This formula you have to remember. Along with this, you have to remember at least first 4 members of alcohol, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid, alkane, alkene, alkyne. You should remember. In page number 378, remember what are haloalkanes. From page number 383, remember these 3: oxidation of ethanol under different catalyst, then addition reaction, its example, where it is used hydrogenation of vegetable oil, because addition reaction is used in this reaction. The next page, what is substitution reaction? If this question comes, you have to write all the 4 reactions because all these 4 are part of a single reaction. Ethanol, at least 3 properties. What is rectified spirit? Reaction of ethanol with sodium, potassium. How ethanol can be converted to ethene? This reaction is also important. Uses, just remember 2 uses. From the next page, go through point number 8. It is important. Harmful effects of drinking alcohol. Remember 2 points. Denatured alcohol, why it is used, name the chemical that is used in denatured alcohol. All these are important. So this paragraph is also very important. From page number 387, from this part, remember point number 1, 2 and 3. This is important. Acidic properties not so important. Esterification is very important question. Esterification, what are esters, where it is used, along with this reaction. From next page, remember all these reactions: saponification, even reaction with alkalis, reaction with carbonates. From the next page, that is page number 389, remember the definition of soap. What is saponification? This paragraph is also important. From the next page, definition of detergents. What are emulsifier? Then the structure of soap along with the cleansing action. This is important. From here, limitation, advantages, remember just 2. These differences are also important. And from the page number 395, just go through the summary. So these are the topics that you should go through from chemistry for the coming board exam. I hope all the students are studying properly. Wish all the best to all the students who are going to appear their board exam. Thank you for watching.